gratitude, I acknowledge receipt of the Limuru 3 conference resolutions that have herein been presented to Wiper Democratic Movement. From our history's great birth, first in self-determination on June 1st, 1963, our founding fathers made a promise to its citizenry to eradicate ignorance, poverty, and disease. 61 years on, we still are faced with this very dilemma, and one we must change with critical and pragmatic application. First, Limuru 3, I believe, was a celebration of culture and diversity interposed by a spirit of constructive dialogue. What was clear then, and what remains even more abundantly so, is that we should promote our unique and diverse identities regardless of the challenges and aspirations that make the great nation of Kenya. And this ideal is very well elaborated under our Constitution 2010. Secondly, devolution is perhaps the current abiding hallmark of Constitution 2010. We have indeed decentralized services, thoughts and practices from Nairobi to the 46 counties with great and admirable success. There, though, have been challenges, sometimes devolving corruption to all of these counties, and I know this is a challenge for all of us. It is thus important that we strengthen not just all institutional ambits, but focus and debunk the mostly individual, familial, and community thinking that, quote unquote, our time to eat is now because we are in government. That pragmatically devolved election cycles since 2013 have resulted in 3 times plus the episodes of blatant theft of 15% allocation of public resources cannot continue to be the Kenyan narrative. But thank the NADCO team, at least we tried. We put this to at 20%. We are all united, and part of the Limuru 3 resolutions do point out to this inclusivity, equitable share of resources, so that a person's vote counts. So those who have been scared by the mantra, one man, 1 shilling, 1 vote, shouldn't at all. Because I was just telling my sister here, Secretary General Shakila, perhaps it will also be 1 vote, 1 island called the party. Because there are 2,000 or so islands in Lamu. Nobody in Kenya should feel threatened. All there is a call to dialogue so that we have inclusivity, and no Kenyan ever will get left behind. While this eye of blindness should not become a cloak that camouflages of efficacy and equity, and more importantly, denies deserving Kenyan services, it must be mentioned that the Building Bridges Initiative, BBI, was pragmatically clear on equality and equity for all, regardless of area, tribe, race, or indeed religion. We should, as a matter of urgency, consider the BBI provisions going forward as there are solutions, as these indeed do constitute solutions to the current predicaments. The NADCO report advocated for increase in county budget allocation from 15 to 20%. And I want to say, is it that people just wanted to get rid of Mandamano and go back to factory setting? Mm-hmm. Because if that is not the narrative, then why the delay in completely adopting the recommendations of NADCO? Mheshimiwa Kioni was ahead of our secretarial team. I'm of the opinion that this should be at least, instead of 20%, together here, because we have actually agreed as Mount Kenya region and Wiper Democratic Movement. And I know they're going to meet other communities, Western Kenya communities, whether under ODM or under Democratic Action Party, and the fact that Honorable Wamala has been waiting, and I know that Mheshimiwa Kioni, not Mheshimiwa Kioni, Wycliffe Oparanya, who is a chair of the Azimio Executive Board, is also having a very important meeting, trying to shape the way forward with regard to these NADCO recommendations. So instead of talk about 20%, we will not beat about the bush going forward. So that the mantra about one man, 1 shilling, 1 vote, 1 man, 1 kilometer, right? 1 island makes sense. We will devolve resources to the counties to the minimum of 35%. This is what we are saying. This is our conclusion this morning. Because if that happens, no person, no child will be denied the possibility of going to the university. Because if they share whatever they have, where in one place they are getting at least a scholarship of 60,000, in another place, because of the numbers, you're getting 2,000. That cannot be the way forward. We will then, I believe, realize our vision of having at least one properly funded and staffed national secondary school, as well as a level 5 hospital. Thirdly, for the 3rd year running, Kenyans have been introduced to finance bills. Then acts, one of them, 2023, is now an act of parliament. There's a proposed bill, 2024. And this actually has been serving the purpose of breaking the body and the soul of Kenya. The people's recommendations via public participation last year were abundantly clear. Quote unquote, no more arbitrary taxation without commensurate service delivery. A year on, suffice it to say, the finance bill has become more retrogressive and punitive, targeting the very people that it said it had at its heart. Mama Bogas, Mama Boda Boda. Did I not hear, and I thought whether I was in the same country, the chairman of the Finance Committee in Parliament saying they have discovered that in order to tax bread, the reason for it is because it is an agent for diabetes. What a shame. You deny our children, you say, oh, we have to overtax it because it brings around diabetes. You must tell them the French Revolution happened because of that lack of connectivity with the ground. So, suffice it to say, as I said, more punitive, more retrogressive, targeting the very people that they had hoped they would help. From bread to M-Pesa transactions and motor vehicle taxes. Motor vehicle taxes. The average appetite speaks to their callousness and inhumanity. Indeed, a joke was carried out during these consultations. Some of the Wiper Democratic Movement members come from more eastern, and these ones come from the mountain. If you look at even their presentation, they are better fed. Okay? They drive more cars. So it looks like the taxman, Zakayo, is actually targeting Andrew Kirima. It's obvious. Because they have more cars and they have whatever. But anyway, it's every Kenyan. From the long-running healthcare strike to fake fertilizer trades and the subsequent farce of the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary impeachment trial, it is abundantly clear that people's voice and needs are secondary to this administration's frightful plan. Therefore, we must say no. I like the Luyas. They say tawe. They say no. The bottom-up economic transformation agenda has been replaced by the state capture verb. Literally, state capture. And where's the integrity even in the expenditure of what taxes they are collecting? Did I not see something absolutely absurd? That they're even investing these taxes, right, in bonds, treasury bills. Therefore, as the government in waiting, we will continue to advocate for the people using all constitutional means available. And we have also said that nobody is going to victimize the Mount Kenya people. We have said, if anybody has that illusion, you can isolate a community and say one against I don't know how many. Today, already, in this setting, the mountain is not alone. We are with them. Those who want to spread isolation will end up being isolated themselves. May God bless Kenya and bless this gathering.